Do you have a baby in there?
Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a legendary couple in love that loves reacting to The Legend of Korra.
Yes, we do.
This is season 2, episode number 3 that we're checking out today. And if you want all of our Legend of Korra reactions, we got a playlist for you. If you want early ad-free access, that's your jam, then go ahead and check out Patreon, patreon.com/definitely-not-definitive. You can also see our full watch-along reactions that way.
Yeah.
So if there's something you missed in a reaction you wanted to see to a certain part, go ahead and check out the full reaction over there.
Yeah.
Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Hiding a dark secret.
What was a dark secret?
I mean, something he's embarrassed about.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
ashamed of,
Yeah.
But like,
Dark secret.
it's not like a sinister plot.
Mm-hmm. Like this.
Yeah.
Clear the streets. Get back in your homes.
Screw you. This is our freaking home, dude.
Oh, lovely. Martial law.
Our town.
Oh. Oh, I don't like these guys.
They're just doing their job. It's whoever ordered them.
Why did you bring your troops down from the north?
Well, we need to protect it from people who would do the spirits harm. There is another port in the north. Once you open it, spirits and man will be able to move freely.
No. Stop opening stuff for him.
Mm-hmm.
With both portals open, our tribes will be united again.
No. Please go down and hang out with people and realize what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Bunch of appas. And momos!
Oh, it's Momo's!
I haven't felt this at peace since...
Yep. Yeah, Bobby. It's over.
Cover yourself.
Got boxers on or shorts on.
It's so nice to get to spend more time with my family. Isn't that...
Aww. He's an earthbender. He's got green eyes.
Boomy and I weren't on those great vacations. It was always just you and Dad.
No, that can't be right.
That must be why it's so great.
Oh, remember Ember Island?
We never saw the place.
I could have sworn.
We're Dad's favorite.
Do you have a baby in there?
Oh,
Where's your sister?
Who?
Who?
There was a lemur fight. Then we almost got eaten by a shark squid.
The shark squid? Here's my old nemesis has found me.
What is going on?
She ran away.
I don't know why you kids can't just get along.
Iki couldn't have gone far.
Search and rescue missions are my specialty.
What do you say we all go together?
I could use the help.
We'll come up with a plan to take down that shark squid once and for all.
Yeah!
Your crazy matches my crazy.
Yo.
I know these last few days have been very troubling.
Unalak's already booted our chieftains out of their palace. How long before he starts telling us what kind of cookies we can eat?
Probably a couple of days.
Rhetorical question, Julie. You gotta keep up. Not to mention, I've got a cargo ship full of...
All Unalak is trying to do is make our tribes unified again.
Says
He wants
Unalaka.
control of our wealth. And I like my wealth. If Unalak doesn't pull his forces out, then we have no choice but to fight for our freedom.
You want to start a war?
Unalak started this, not us. Maybe you could speak with your uncle. Tell him how frustrated we all are.
Yeah.
He'll listen to what the Avatar has to say. Do it for me.
I'll do it for the tribe.
Ooh.
We need to start preparing for war.
I will hate to leave this quaint tribe.
Oh my god.
Laugh at my humorous quip.
Aw. Bolin, get out of there.
And take Pabu with you?
Oh.
It's been really great getting to know you.
Yeah.
But you will be coming with me to the north. There we will live the rest of our lives together in icy bliss. Foolish Bolin.
Foolish Bolin.
Mako!
Save me.
I want to live in icy bliss with Eska.
Just break up with her.
He's too nice.
How? Just tell her you're not that into her anymore.
Oh, no, I don't think she'd like that.
No.
Ending a relationship is kind of like pulling off a blood-sucking leech. You just gotta rip it off and get it over with.
I'm sorry, Mako. Who the fuck are you to give advice on how to end a relationship? Like, terrible at it. Here's the Mako way. Okay, like find someone else, like, and make googly eyes at them, and just completely
Kiss
ignore your
them.
girlfriend. Yeah, kiss them. That's how you break up.
Not the right way, but effective.
I understand why you brought your troops here, but I'm afraid it's sending the wrong message. A lot of Southerners feel like their tribe is being invaded.
I'm uniting, not invading.
You are too obsessed with that throne.
If the water tribes were at war, the other nations would take sides. The dark spirits would thrive off this negative energy, and the world would be thrown into a battle between spirits and man. This is a war only the Avatar can prevent.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna prevent it by telling you to step the fuck down, dude. I'm sorry, Mako got me all like angry and dropping F-bombs.
Showing favoritism will not help our tribes find unity. But I have no doubt you will become the most admired Avatar the world has ever known.
By not listening to you.
I have faith in you. If you do everything I say,
Yeah.
you're gonna be just fine, kid.
Come on, it's freaking martial law. This is.
Oh, are you shitting me?
Pick on a waterbender your own size.
Stop! Everyone calm down. You're all part of the same tribe. Start acting like it.
We thought you were one of us.
I'm not taking anyone's side. Hey!
Everyone, walk away from this. Go back to your homes.
See, they listened to him.
Mm-hmm.
Korra.
Maybe you could learn something from your dad. How to gain respect.
How to lead.
How to raise an ungrateful daughter.
Ouch. You are fired up tonight.
Why would Iki run off like this? Oh, it's probably my fault.
Probably.
Dude.
I'm guessing you've been so busy with your duty to Republic City that you forgot about your duty to your kids.
I wish I could be as good a father as Dad was to us.
Problem is you're exactly like Dad.
He was so focused. He always had time for you, though. His precious little airbender.
Why are we even talking about this?
Because you seem to have some grandiose delusion that we had a perfect, happy-go-lucky childhood. Guess what? We didn't.
We need to keep moving.
See what he's doing there, Boomy? Classic airbender technique. Cutting and running when things get tough.
Ugh. Did Dad teach you that move?
Man, she's not afraid to say how she feels.
Not at all.
My tribe's about to go to war, and I'm supposed to stop it. Can't he just let me be the Avatar?
Do you want advice, or am I just supposed to listen?
Good job, Mako.
I'm sorry.
How about you take a break from all this Avatar stuff and we go out for a quiet dinner? Just the two of us.
Uh-oh. Double date.
Isn't this fun, huh?
Oh, no.
So fun.
Excuse us while we retrieve more sustenance.
Huh?
What happened to ripping off the leech?
I tried.
So it was more like you tugged at the leech.
Gotta burn it off.
I'm very bad at reading people. You should know that by now. Do something, Avatar.
You know, this reminds me of a search and rescue mission I commanded years ago.
Here we go.
For 5 days, we scoured that beast of a mountain, fighting our way through blizzards, sandstorms, and 3 typhoons. Finally, we found the men huddled in it.
3 typhoons.
I know, right?
Because 1 wasn't enough.
And how exactly is that supposed to help us find Iki?
Clearly, you know nothing about being a leader of men. That's probably why the Avatar fired you.
Ooh.
Quit arguing and bring that lantern over here. I found footprints. Boomy, it's pitch black and the rocks are slippery. You're gonna hurt yourself.
He knows.
It should be no problem for a couple of benders.
Fine.
I mean, he has a point. You also could help him out.
That was faster.
At least 50 times faster, by my calculations.
Ah, Tenzin's the funny guy now. I don't need your help.
Yep.
Ow!
Way to have his back.
Yeah, right? Like, I figured he'd catch him.
Yeah! Michael's gonna slip, and then he's gonna save him, and then...
Korra, what's going on between you two?
Ask Dad.
Honey, it breaks.
Seems like you're a lot like your dad.
Being torn apart like this.
I found out Dad's been lying to me my whole life. Unalaq told me everything. How Dad and Tenzin kept me trapped down here while I trained. How Dad got banished from the north. And you never said anything.
We were trying to keep our family together, to give you a normal childhood.
I never wanted a normal childhood. All I ever wanted to be was the Avatar. But everyone keeps holding me back, even my own parents.
That's not true, Korra. You can't expect to undo them in a day. But this situation might be out of your control. Varric's been plotting a rebellion against Unalaq.
Dad is part of a rebellion?
I don't know, but I don't want you getting caught in the middle of it.
I'm already in the middle of it.
Choosing the wrong side again, as usual.
I also like the whole, we wanted you to have a normal childhood. Weren't you like pushing very hard for her to be the Avatar? And like, look, we found her. Our daughter's the Avatar.
Uncle?
Dun dun dun.
He's doing it so someone else doesn't do it and hurt him.
Turn around, Avatar, and pretend you didn't see anything.
Leave Unalaq and go. I'll tell him I tried to stop you, but you escaped. We can still avoid a war.
We can't.
That looks fun.
Yeah.
Get him out of here!
We're all
They did it last time. You should have expected that. Eat curtain. Nice moves.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean.
His back.
Oh.
Why did you do this, Dad?
Hi, Dad.
Who are you? Where's my father?
He wouldn't help us. He's a traitor, just like you.
Thank you for saving my life. Find Varric. I want him to freeze in prison with the rest of these traitors.
You can't just lock them away. Let them stand trial
There
for
you
what
go.
they did. Every Water Tribe citizen deserves that right.
Best decision.
Very well. I will respect the Avatar's wishes in this matter.
I told you those rocks were slippery.
Trial's rigged. They could be found guilty no matter what.
You're still trying to prove you can do everything a bender can. Well, you can't. Deal with it.
And you're not our mother. You don't get to tell me what I can and can't do.
Good luck healing yourself.
Hey, back me up here, Tenzin.
You're the oldest of us, but I had to become the responsible one.
Oh boy.
Where were you after Dad died and Mom was all alone? Because I was the only one who packed up and moved my whole life to be with her.
Sure, after years of flitting around the world trying to find yourself, it's time for you to settle down somewhere. You two have no idea how it feels to have the future of an entire culture on your shoulders.
Oh my god.
Must have been real hard for you, flying around the world with Dad, riding elephant koi all day.
You think you're some savior who has to carry on Dad's legacy.
Who else is going to do it?
How about all of us?
We're Aang's kids, too.
Never should have come on this vacation.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, I didn't want you to come in the first place. I can't be around you two right now. Go back to the temple and see if Iki returned. I'll keep looking out here.
Fine.
Fine.
Well, this is going well.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay if I come in?
Of course. We heard what happened. Are you okay?
Nope.
I'm so glad you weren't there. I don't know what I would have done.
I had no idea how far Varric was willing to go. My brother and I have our differences, but I would never attack him.
I'm sorry for thinking you had anything to do with the rebels, and for all the pain I've caused you and Mom.
I'm the one who should apologize. After I saw the Southern Lights return, I was so proud of you. I never should have held you back.
All we wanted was to live a simple life and raise a family. But then we discovered you were the Avatar, and simple was over. We knew
There you go.
the world would need you, and you wouldn't need us anymore.
Of course I still need you.
Hey, it's Captain Killjoy.
You are under arrest and will stand trial.
What?
For conspiring to assassinate me.
Oh, you
Nope.
son of a bitch.
Good job. Way to leap way the fuck over that line. Bravo. Korra needed to wake up, so. No, this is good. This is good.
So you've always been Unalaq's biggest fan. And
Obviously.
yeah, I mean like you really championed him.
Yep. Had a lot of faith there.
Yeah. This must really sting.
Burns. Burns so bad. I told you so!
Oh my gosh. The whole like trial. Oh yeah, a trial. That's great. Oh, you think he's got like a shred of decency in there, but no.
What they do such a good job within this is, and it mirrors life too. It's no wonder where they get inspiration from, but like the very small things that just like move the goalpost a little bit. It seems totally reasonable, but like just moves it a little bit. And so you stop and you think and you go, wait a minute, why was locking them up without a trial ever even on the table? Like in the moment, they've been arrested for trying to abduct and he's going to claim assassinate him. We don't know if they were going to kill him, but they didn't want him in power anymore. Yes, they have been caught red-handed doing a thing they shouldn't have done. Everyone deserves a trial. Overwhelming evidence should make it an easy win for one side, but you still go through a trial. The fact that he was willing to bypass that and then it was like, oh yeah, no, for the Avatar, I'll consider it. That's a big red flag. The conversation is so subtle. The goalpost had moved oh so smoothly and like without a spotlight on it, but it moved and it never should have moved. There should always be a trial.
Yeah, and that guy was already pissed at her father. The guy that got caught. The guy that was like in charge that she thought was her father. Yeah. Well, I don't know if that was Varric. That was a guy working for him.
Oh, I don't know. I assumed it was Varric, but I don't know.
I thought Varric was the guy that was like, you got a lot of moxie, kid, and we're gonna call them movers and shakers. I thought that was that guy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm bad at names.
I am as well, so I'm not sure. I mean, but so the guy that he captured is like, oh, you know, your dad betrayed us just like your uncle did or whatever.
You're just like you did.
You're just like you did. Unalaq heard that, knows that he's no fan of Korra's father. Very easy to get him to flip and say, this was all Korra's father's idea. Hired it, sent them out.
Reduced sentence or whatever.
Exactly. And so very easy for him to do, to get him like even more on, to get Korra even more on his side, and like to completely remove her father from the equation.
That's where he's misjudged the situation. I hope. And that is the fact that, like, look, we can fight with our family, and we will, and we will be their strongest advocates and their worst critics. That is how it is with family. But at the end of the day, I can be a critic of my family. No one else can. And I think he has very much, here's the line, he hasn't tiptoed over it, he hasn't stepped over it, he leapt over it with this move. And while Korra had been having issues with her parents, and particularly her father, this is going to have the opposite effect of what he thinks it will. He thinks it's going to bring Korra closer to him. He's going to have more control over her because he's going to remove these external influences, and suddenly she'll be his puppet. No, this is going to drive a wedge between him and her, and she's going to go flooding back to her parents. That's what I think, and what I hope will happen.
I feel really bad for Bolin.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's just too nice. Like this is what happens when you're like a truly nice guy, which Bolin is, and why they say that nice guys finish last or whatever, is because Bolin, man, just terrible at reading people, because he thinks always the best of everyone, because he's so nice and so kind, and doesn't know how to break up with somebody. Like, one, out of fear, valid.
In this situation, that's legit.
Yeah, sure, you could say he's a little bit of a coward there, but I mean,
with good reason.
Yeah, but with good reason. And also, I think I don't know. I think also, like, there is some of it, like, I like to think that it's also Bolin, not wanting to hurt anybody's feelings. But seriously, like, Mako is the last person you need to get advice on how to break up with somebody. Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, just, guys do it all the time. Yeah, like, I'm an expert at it. Yeah, don't you know? Did you not see how the last relationship ended?
It is funny to see sort of like poor Bolin, because he kind of strikes me as like junior high dating. When like you first start dating, but you're not really dating. Like, you have no idea what the hell you're doing. Like, dating becomes like, well, I'm probably going to age myself generationally, but I'm going to say it anyway. Like, dating is, holding hands, going to school dances together, going to a movie together, and like, I don't know, maybe you get to like first or second base. Like, that's junior high dating. You don't know what you're doing. You're not adults, and you're like, you're trying to like navigate the line of what is socially acceptable in school and defend your reputation and not screw it up, and like all these other things. And I definitely can remember having friends who were guys who were like, well, I just need to make her break up with me. Because like that, they had the same reaction as Bolin. It was like, it was a novel concept that the guy could break up with the girl. Now, generationally, this may have changed over time. So maybe this isn't a thing anymore. But I definitely remember that was a thing where it was like, the girls break up with the guy, and the guys didn't break up with the girl, but they did something to make the girl break up with them, or they like started
like
something.
What Mako did.
Like Mako. I mean, that's like an extreme situation and way of doing it, but yeah, like that.
It doesn't stop at junior high. I would love to say, on behalf of men everywhere, that like that we grow out of that in junior high. I mean, and no. I seriously have never done that. Because I mean, who would ever break up with me? even if I did terrible things, like, it just wouldn't happen. But yeah, like it. I know guys that still do that.
I think that's the thing about, and I'm not saying it makes it easier, because like adult relationships tend to go a bit deeper, become a lot more integrated into our lives. There are like more elements to that when you live with someone and whatnot. But the one aspect of it that I hope adults are a little bit better at is saying what they want and like communicating when it's not working. Because you can communicate when something's not working, and either the two of you will address it and resolve it, or realize you can't resolve it and it's time to move on. The not communicating of it just like has it under the surface, getting hotter and hotter and bubbling and festering until one day it explodes. And then it becomes really bad. And then it's a question of like, well, maybe we could have resolved it, but we didn't when we could have. And now it's like this horrible thing has happened and now there's no going back. Like it just gets so much messier. So I think when you're in a young adult, the fear of communicating it and being laughed at, being seen as less than whatever you want to be seen as, you know, the rumor mills and the terrible gossip and stuff that happens in bullying in schools, like that fear stops you from doing what otherwise might save you in a situation, which is to talk about it. Hopefully by the time you're an adult, it gets a little bit easier because we don't have to deal with all that BS and we're able to kind of like develop the balls to say what we want. But it felt very like young in this situation with bullying because it was just like, we've all been there. Especially the first time you date someone, if it's not working and you're gonna break up with them, like nobody handles the first breakup well. You just don't know what you're doing. You don't want to hurt someone. It's gonna suck. You don't want to be the bad guy. Everybody handles it badly.
I think it was from Cocktail, the movie Cocktail.
Tom Cruise.
Yep, where she's like, I don't want this to end badly. And Tom Cruise goes like, it always ends badly, or otherwise things wouldn't end. And that's kind of the way things go. Like, right, you know, I mean, like, sure, I'm sure there's probably like some mutual breakups and and whatnot. But for the most part, it's like it's gonna be tough no matter what. As long as you're a person that like cares and like, you know, has a soul and everything. So Mako's not included in this. No.
Oh, really harping on Mako tonight.
I know. I've given him a lot of crap. Although he handled the Korra thing well. Just like, so do you want my like opinion on this? Like, am I supposed to agree with you, or like, what do you?
I was very well handled.
What do you need right now?
Up until the part that he went out to dinner with Bolin.
Yeah.
Until then, it was great.
Yeah, I don't know that like I don't think there's any like great way to like break up someone. I want to say that like the best thing to do is just to like be honest always, but I don't know if that's even the best way. Like, I mean, do you like? Is there anything that you were like, oh, this is the way I would break up with somebody, or like, this is the way I would want someone to break up with me? Like, is like, there any like silver bullet? Like, I don't think so. Right.
There's not. And as you were talking, I had an analogy pop into my mind, which is truly terrible, but it actually kind of works.
Okay. There
was an article I read and it was talking about essentially like crime and victims and survival of crime. And one of the things it was, I know this is terrible, but just go with me. It was talking about how in a crime scenario, people are a lot more likely to chance escape with a gun than they are if the perpetrator has a knife.
Yeah.
And the reason is because they feel like they have a chance to escape them actually hitting their target with a gun. But the fear of a knife and multiple cuts and slow cuts will keep them in place and make them like be obedient. And one of the things that kind of extrapolated on that was the idea of like a knife fight. And the fact of like, if you want to win a knife fight, you have to go in expecting to be cut. You have to go in expecting pain. You have to acknowledge and accept that will happen.
Life lessons you're getting here, right, people?
And I realize this is dark and terrible, but that's also true with relationships. You have to go in and recognize and accept that person can hurt you. Because if they can't hurt you, then what the hell are you doing? Like, you have to be able to open yourself up to that. And that means that when it ends, it's gonna suck. Even if they're the nicest person on the planet, even if they find the best way to break up with you with like the best, I don't know, phrase or however they communicate, it's wonderful in its honesty and like giving you the benefit of the doubt and whatever else it needs to be. But the fact of the matter is, it is still a breakup. It is still a partnership that is ending. It is still an intimacy that is ending. It is still going to suck no matter what. And you just have to accept when you go into a relationship, that is a scenario that is likely to pan out, because it's going to pan out that way until you marry the person. And guess what? They can hurt you too. Doesn't mean that it's going to end in a breakup or a divorce, but it means like you're going to fight. You're going to have rough nights. It's going to suck sometimes. You're going to show up the next day and you're going to go through it all again. That's what marriage is. It's choosing to show up every day and go through it and make it work and have fun. Like, I don't want to make it sound like it's terrible, because it's not. But like, it is that thing of like, there will be tough times. but you still go to bed every night with each other. You still wake up the next day committed to making it work. And it's going to be like that until it doesn't happen anymore, or until you get married, and then you do it until the end of your days.
So that's the best way to break up with somebody. Look, babe, this has been a great knife fight. All right.
Oh.
I just can't take the cuts anymore.
Oh.
And so I get the last stab right through your heart. There you go. Best way to break up with somebody.
Cold. That was your takeaway from all that?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. All right. That's what everyone else got. I think that's what, that's what I got. So let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want all of our Legend of Korra reactions, we got a playlist for you. If you want early ad-free access and get our full watch-along reactions, check out Patreon. Links in the description of the video.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching Legend of Korra with us, but you keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.
Ooh, little Bucky.
Oh, little buckaroo.
This is the best way to break up with somebody. Bring them a puppy.
That is the best way.